Okay, hello guys. Welcome on our monthly community hangout. This time is a developer session. I'm here with many friends, members, and so we're getting to start our community hangout. I have a short list of topics, a short list of questions for the participants, and we are ready. Are you ready? So let's start, and we can start from a short introduction of the participants. We can start from Bogdan. Bogdan, 2 words about you, if you want, just a small introduction. Can you hear me, Bogdan, from the left side? Bogdan can't hear me, I think. Okay, Davide, can you Davide, can you hear me? No, Davide, no.
I can hear you.
Filippo, it's your turn, I think.
I can hear you too.
Okay. Just a few words, just a small introduction about yourself. Davide, can you start?
Yeah, I'm Davide Principi. Everybody, I think, already knows me. I'm a net server developer here at Netesis. I'm ready to start this Hangout session. So, Alessio, go on, please.
Go on. Filippo, can you introduce yourself to our attendees, please?
What should I say? I think everybody knows me. Do you have any specific question for me?
Yeah, just introduce yourself. Just a few words about yourself for people or for our attendees. Just a few words.
Yeah, my name is Filippo, and nothing else.
Hans, 2 words about you?
Yes. Okay, should be on. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear.
Fine. No, I had my phone microphone off, so that the video is not switching around, so it makes a noise. So about me, I'm a radio frequency engineer and not a programmer. I'm that guy who really likes your software to use it and have a nice user interface, and this is the reason why I'm here, to have an influence on that.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Bogdan, can you hear us? Are you okay? Can you try to speak? Can you? Because I can't hear you. No. Bogdan, can you try to speak so we can test your mic? No. Okay, let's go. Okay. I have just a question. We can start from Filippo. Hans, you have a question about the direction, right? About the direction and about which direction will NetServer go. And our friend Gabriel has added another question about this: NetServer as business product or NetServer as home product, or vice versa. Do you have something else to add to this question, Hans? Can you add some details?
Yes. The point that I'm following this discussion in the community, and most of the people, they have really a good background knowledge with server and Linux. And so most of them goes really then in this direction. I can't really follow what they are talking about because I have not the experience. And for me, it looks like that the net server overall goes really now in a direction that it's for advanced user, a nice interface to make their work easily, but they have still the background knowledge to do it also on the command line. And I came to net server because I liked the idea from the beginning. The net server should be a front end for not the advanced an administrator who can really set up and manage a server environment, not the high end really for a small application or for a small company. But at the moment, I'm not really sure that we are still following this idea, and I would really like to go in this direction more, because it goes more and more out to other people that would like to have something at home or in their company, and they can't afford the time to really step in deeply.
Okay.
And this is what I see here. This could be really a solution.
Okay, thank you. What are your thoughts about this, Filippo? Can you say something?
I'm not sure I understood correctly what Hans said. He's saying that he likes the idea of a web interface that simplifies access to Linux, but the direction we are going is not clear. I'm not sure I understood correctly.
Okay, let's say at the moment is that you need the simple setting is working, but if it comes to a little bit more, then you have to go to the command line, or you have to fiddle around.
All right, that's a topic we have discussed in the past, and the agreement of everybody was going towards a different approach for the web panels, trying to show by default an hidden section called advanced or something similar, where you could tweak more parameters than the standard interface. That was the idea. Is that something that is close to the idea of yours?
The question is how this advanced setting will look like. If it's a front end and graphical user front end, yes. Fine. But if we come to that you have really then to go on the command line, and you have to know all these Linux commands and the options and the settings, and you need really a big book like that one, a big one, and you have to look inside, then it's not really something I can recommend it that someone has to use this.
The basic idea behind the server web interface is, if you know the philosophy of a famous tool like WebMin, it's quite different from that. Do you know WebMin?
Nope.
No. WebMin is a web interface that tries to to show all the parameters you can tweak in a configuration file. So if you have a file where you can put 100 options, WebMin will show you 100 options. And you will probably need to know what to put in there.
Yes.
So I think that that's not useful for our use case. We need to simplify the configuration, select only the 3, 4, or 10 most important options, that those options that can change the behavior of the thing but not broke the thing. You know, if you put a wrong value in a field, you could break things. We don't want this. So that's our first goal. The interface needs to be simple. And for the small tweaks, we have the command line interface. That's right. we need to develop a third level, intermediate level, where we put on a web interface the advanced section that is for anybody who knows how to tweak things, and that a kind of a second level of access to the tunables, to the small parameters, and we still leave the command line for the third step. We also have another way to change the behavior of programs that are called custom. Is a way to add the behavior in a way. You can do many more things with templates, and those are probably reserved to who needs more complex customizations. It's a thing we use a lot for our customers.
Okay, Filippo, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just a small addendum to what you said, and complementary to Hans. I think a lot of these advanced settings and tweaks can be covered by the tutorials that we are trying to create. And at the first look, we'll have a simple interface, easy to access, easy to manage. And for more in-depth, we have the documentation on NetServer side.
If it's finished, yes.
It's a work in progress. We'll have to contribute.
Yeah, this is the point. This is really what I say. You have a simple interface, and with this simple interface, you can set up simple things. So
Exactly.
for a little bit more advanced, you need a documentation. This doesn't exist. And also, if I come now to the point, now is the question: what does an administrator need for a simple or for a little bit of setup? One of what's coming up was, okay, if you want to have shared folder, it is not possible to have shared folders with subdirectories. You can apply for different group rights to the subdirectory. So it's finally you have a construction that nobody will have. So the setup is simple, yes, it works, but it's not really usable or not common in the way to use this. So you see there is some disadvantages there, what needs some improvement.
I think that the point is it's hard to find a good balance between a simple interface and complex things. So if you want to achieve complex things and to tuning your system, you need an advanced interface. But you want to keep the interface simple, so it's hard. And Filippo explained very well this balance between simple parameters, advanced parameters, and command line and template custom. So it's not a easy work, I think. Easy job.
I would like to add something.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is also another fundamental problem. That's how to define what is easy and what's harder. Because maybe for me, easy it's different than for you. Maybe I use the Linux shell a lot, and for me it's easy using that, and maybe you don't know the shell as I do, and that becomes hard for you. So when we try to develop a web interface exposing only a fragment or a fraction of the list of parameters the software has, we need to use our experience to expose only something, but we usually ask also our users what they need to tweak on a software. So I think that we need to listen to inputs from every different kind of user of NetServer and try to adjust the configuration step by step, evolving it over versions. So maybe we can agree that okay, that particular area you mentioned, shared folders, needs to be improved in this way and this other way, and we need to work on that. Also, you know, our experience, our direct experience, comes from hundreds of customers, paying customers, that ask us for features, but our market is limited to a couple of regions of Italy, and here we have maybe only small businesses that need only simple features, and we could maybe easily extend the software to support even bigger enterprises or different kinds of business without a lot of effort. So we need to read inputs, understand the problems, and try to change the software to match the requests of our potential users. I think we have outlined in the past our ideas. We will try to stick to those fundamental ideas and principles, but you know, many things, if you look back at 3 years ago, many things have changed there, and we always try to listen to inputs. By the way, that doesn't mean that we will implement every kind of feature, or that the product will become a Swiss Army knife of the information technology. We need to focus on a particular field. We started filling the gaps that we had with our customers, but maybe we are for sure ready to widen our point of view to consider different requests. That's the basic idea. I don't know what else, what or how differently we could do things.
Yes, this is the point why I bring this up. It's really the thing, and you want to know what really your customers or your user needs. So one point would be, or one option would be, make questions in the community. What kind of server do you want to have, and what is your need for set up this one? How many and user will it be, and so on. So let's say a small company with 5 users. What does it need? You need some shared folder, some folder where you can have access from every user, and you need some folders where not every user can have access, maybe with some subdirectories really to get this. Another one needs only a mail server, or like that one. So if my idea was really, or what I have in mind is really to focus on, for the community, really to focus on the typical setup, what their needs, and then we can do templates and documentation how you can set it up. And this would be then something really many people would really like to use, because it is simple, it is documented, and they can do it on their own. If they're then coming to more advanced, then they have to learn this. Yes, never mind. If they like to go in this way, or they look for someone who and to pay the money to set it up.
I think that we could just add something else to the good example of the shared folders. Historically, we tried to improve the shared folders that were present in SME server, the project we were coming from, the project we forked, and we tried to add some features to that and try to simplify that, because on SME server they are called I-based, like information based, and they are a complex idea that nobody is not right, but not many people got right. And so we try to change that. But it's obvious that we probably failed at improving them because you're using that as an example of something that is not not a good feature. And I'm probably share your idea because I agree with you. And especially with Davide, we usually talk about how we could improve, but I don't know how we could try to modify that in that way. So it's not easy to define what is a shared folders, how could it be used, how could it be accessed. For example, Stefan Delabrousse added WebDAV to support to the shared folders. There are many things we could do, but I think we don't have a clear path in front of us, and so we need to think again about this feature, try to listen to inputs, and try to rework it in a future version. And that's the same for many other areas.
Yeah. So I have another
I think that
point.
the community. Sorry, Hans. I think that community has a great role in this because many input, many discussion. For example, shared folder was a great topic, a good topic. We can improve this, we can improve that. I think more we discuss about this, more we can improve and head towards the right direction, I think.
Yes, this is what I want. Only one addition point is if it's really so complicated with the share folder, then from my understanding, it is not a solution. And maybe with OnCloud, it's a solution to do it. The point for me as an administrator, I want the solution. Never the mind what is a solution. I want to work with this, and it should work. And if it's not working with a shared folder, sorry, forget it. Maybe with OnCloud is a solution, and it's more easy to set it up. I have no idea how good it is. I had only a short look on it. And why not that way?
You're quite right. The idea is, what is your problem? What do you need to achieve? Okay, this is the best tool you can use to solve your problem. And we try to use shared folders probably for too many problems, and we need to focus on one simple thing, maybe sharing files on the local area network. Maybe OnCloud is a better tool for sharing file with external contributors. Maybe a shared folders it's not a good tool to host a website, and we need to define something else. We need to rethink this, and I'm not sure how. But the key point is that we need to discuss this on a specific thread on with the community. Try to consider all the point of views of different kind of users, and then try to obtain maybe, if it's possible, one optimal solution, but maybe two not optimal solution, or three different tools to do things in the best possible ways.
Okay.
Good idea.
Bogdan, do you have any thoughts about this point?
Well, thinking about the key features that net server should have, absolutely shared folders should be one of the core features. And okay, let's go back. What a simple office will use: share folders, internet access, and/or mail. The first is file sharing, right?
Yes.
Okay. We have to see what can be improved on the current version of the software that we use, net server. And if this is not workable, as Filippo said, we'll have to change it. Do not make it too complex to solve every problem regarding shares. It cannot be done. You cannot have the same folder shared as WebDAV, as Samba, or NTFS or whatever. We have to make it simple so we can have users like Hans use it straightforward. Point and click, and that's it. I don't know, maybe it is a huge task to rethink how we can implement sharing on a server, but I don't know. What do you think? It is good to rethink the way we share the folders now, or keep it like this and improve it?
Regarding this shared folder issues, is really the point? Beginning last year was a discussion, can we have an Active Directory? Active Directory is also in this way that you have your data on the server and you have different and you have the write management done.
Yeah,
and shared folder is similar, only not so complicated.
No. Sharing folders is different from Active Directory. Okay, yes, they are in Samba 4, but they are not the same thing. Samba 4 has AD compatibility more than Samba 3. Sharing the files can be done with Samba 3 right now, but not as granular as you speak about it.
I agree with you. This is a different way to do it. But I'm not thinking about what is the technique behind and what is different in the technique. I'm thinking only as a user, how I can get it done. And I want only to point out there are different solutions how you can do it. And I don't want to know how you do it. I want to have it done.
Yeah.
Guys, I'd like to move forward and go to the next topic, if you like, because another topic is I think we have two main topics: the development updates, I think, about the Server 7, and about development issue. Bogdan asked about the development issue, about I think from zero to net server developer, and about developer how-to, some stuff about the development. Bogdan, can you try to recap and ask to our participants what you think about, what are your thoughts about?
Okay. Good. So, as everybody knows, we started to contribute each with some little information regarding how we can make a better how-to for the developers that want to be net server developers. And this way we started, actually Filippo started the document and I just contributed a little, and some other users contributed more. But I don't know if the results that we have here and now are satisfactory for the guys who want to implement a little bit of code and make adjustments. The feedback on this is not quite clear. And I was maybe asking you guys to give a little more information on how we can add more quantity of and quality to this how-to. Especially, what sections do you think we should follow next in developing documentation so it will be accessible to new guys who want to develop for NetServer, or programmers that already know other languages and programming platforms?
Okay. Dario, Filippo, do you have something?
I think I could answer because I'm becoming a NetServer developer in these days. I'm still not a full developer, but I'm trying to learn and improve. And I'm lucky because I can always ask Davide or Giacomo for help, and they are usually have a good amount of patience with me and my mistakes. I tried to improve the documents I begin to write about the developer, looking at my difficulties, at the weak points in my work. But I think that that is different for different kind of persons. Maybe what I found hard, it's easier for other persons and vice versa. So I think that everyone should try to follow that how-to and ask questions about things it doesn't understand, so that the others could answer those questions and they have to improve. Maybe if I took notes about the questions I asked to Davide or Giacomo, we could have some starting point. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about how to improve the documents. Maybe Davide or Giacomo have a better idea.
Okay. In my opinion, this is an important topic, and from by my side, I can bump the discussion in community and ask feedback. Okay, Bogdan, so we can try to get more feedback and more people around this document. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had I had another question. I don't know how good will be received. Maybe I don't know. We can create a hangout when the developers, you guys, can actually explain, for example, how to do a certain modification in a piece of code. This way, it will be more easy for the user to see it, can see it later again, and understand. And maybe something like live tutorial, if you know what I.
Yes, I think it's called learn by doing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
yes, I think
Like
it's
a
a really
lesson.
good idea. Yes, I think it's a really good idea.
Okay. But
okay, I think that Alessio will be happy to organize this hangout.
Yes, you.
Okay, thank you, Alessio.
You and you mentioned Bogdan, small tweaks, existing code, so something like this, right?
Yeah, exactly. Nothing fancy, nothing. We don't start a cathedral now, but we can work with small things. I don't know, add a checkbox to an existing.
Yes.
Yeah, or how to manage
I think that Stefan has done this pretty well in community, posting code, posting example, and trying to teach and mentoring. So have this in a video way, okay, in a Hangout way, it could be a good enhancement, maybe.
Yeah, because
my idea is that I work with GitHub, Git, and you look at my desktop and I explain verbally what I'm doing, and I think it will be also quick. I think I will not need more than 30 minutes to explain from scratch how to fork a package, fix a bug, create a pull request, and everything else. And I think we could also record that Hangout and use it like a tutorial.
Exactly, this was the idea, to have it journalized.
Yeah, really good idea, I think.
Good. Davide, would you like to add your thoughts? Would you like to about developer how-tos or developer issue?
Well,
I don't know, about a shared folder.
Well, I think the idea from Bogdan is very good, and surely we can do it About shared folders, I think well, they're a bad beast. And as Filippo said, in the past and also in the present, we discuss about it a lot. In the last days, I was thinking about separate the sharing files part from the web hosting part. And as you read also on the community, there are a lot of requests about a web panel, an attached configuration panel, and I think go in that direction. So implement a panel for web hosting functions and remove similar function from shared folders. I'm thinking about the virtualhost selector in a shared folder. That is a complication from, I think, from both from the UI point of view and also from the underlying implementation. So I think a separate web hosting panel is the way to go.
Good. The Hangout. I don't want a too long Hangout. So just the last point is the Server 7 development updates, and I'd like to ask to Filippo, what's the situation? What's the can you update us about Server 7 at the moment?
Yes. Okay. I can tell that the work is almost done. We have all the RPM packets rebuilt for NetServer 7, adapted to systemd, and to all the changes Red Hat made in RHEL 7 regarding version 6. We are testing some scenarios to trying to see the most visible problems that we have, because many things have changed. But we're confident that in a few days we will be ready to have a second alpha version. From that, we would like to improve something in the background. We call that the technical depth, or that means we want to improve something that is not visible, but will probably make our life better in the future, because we will refactor something under the hood. I don't think that will be a long work, but it needs to be controlled in a way that we don't spend too much time changing things, but we only focus on the important things. And from that, we will start working on the most important feature from our point of view, that is Samba 4 and the new Active Directory system. And we will probably make some improvements to the user database and something similar. For a timeline, I think we could have it maybe in next month, in a month from starting from today. I'm not sure about that because it also depends on how many time we will give to this project in the next days. But I think that we will be ready with NetServer 7 Alpha 2 next week.
Good, thank you. And now I think the Hangout is ended. next time, next month, we can have another hangout about also developer topics, I think, because it's pretty interesting. And next weekend, we will be at FOSDEM. FOSDEM is an important conference, Europe conference, and will be an amazing opportunity for our community to meet up, chat, drink a beer, and have a meeting, a dinner, and we have a talk about the server there. So Bogdan, you're going to be one of us, I think.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Good. Answer, you are too far for me, I think.
Sorry, I'm on the
You have to
opposite
come
side
in.
of the world.
You have to come in Europe at the one day.
Yeah, I come to Europe.
When you
I will come to Euro this year, but I don't know when. So it will be maybe August. I'm there, but not now. Sorry.
Okay, you
Davide has a
come
nice speech.
here. And if you will go to Germany, please you can have a stop here in Italy. Okay, if you want, we are here to. We are happy to meet you.
Okay, fine.
And
If I can organize this, I will do it.
we have we have the sea if you want. We have the beach, so it's, could be fun. That's it. That's all. Thank you very much to my fellows, and see you next time. Bye bye.
See you guys. Bye.
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 Bye.